the new person?
That's right.
So you guys how'd you come together to be partners?
More interesting story. So our angel investor was a lady named Karen Adams, one of the region's most successful serial entrepreneurs. And I had my own business for about 8 or 9 years. And in 2008 and 9, when the market took a very significant downturn, as we all know, I was purely in the search business. And when people aren't hiring, that's a tough business to be in. I got a call from Karen Adams one day, and she wanted to start a consulting firm under this umbrella of firms that she had, but focused on accounting and finance primarily. So, we started this conversation, and Keith got introduced in a totally separate discussion. And she was smart enough to say, probably highly likely, Rich, I don't know if you can do this on your own. But she's like, there's another person that I've met that I think would be a great partner in this process. And she said, you guys need to go figure out if you can work together. And we literally had met one time briefly at a networking event. And then we went and spent about an hour together talking, not about what we would do in a business, but about the people that we are, and walked away going, yeah, we can be partners. And the rest is history.
When you look at finding a partner, Keith, what is something that you would say needs to be paramount?
I mean, it's Farenheit. It was the beginnings. I didn't know Karen and I didn't know Rich. And so for me, it was values. Rich and I went and had a couple of beers and some wings, and we talked about family. We talked about values. We didn't even talk about the business we were going to do. And then we just went back to Karen and said, hey, we think we have something, and we are aligned on principles. We're aligned on values, family. And then I think the other piece for me being I was just a big corporate person. I came out of big corporate world, was really having that partner that was entrepreneurial. Karen obviously was a serial entrepreneur. Rich had his own business. And so for me, it was the entrepreneurial innovation that went with the values. And then we just figured out what to do next.
When I talk to business leaders, folks who are out there, I always talk about culture. How do you say, let me step back. Before I knew what you guys did, I knew who you were in the marketplace because of the nonprofit community work that you do. So let's talk about culture, and how do you set that in an organization?
Yeah, I think it goes back to the first conversation we had. It wasn't about the business, it was about values. And so when we launched Farenheit, we just decided that we wanted to take those values and insert it into the company. And so when you look at our principles that are around the building, and we talk about it every minute, one of our big principles was community. And we divide community up into helping early stage companies, because we were an early stage company, to helping some nonprofits. And part of that culture with charity work is we do whatever our employees want us to do. So Rich and I have our own passions around children's mental health and the startup community. But then there's another 50, 70, 80 organizations that we help because our employees are engaged and they want us to. And so we've just carried those principles through day one.